Hello, hello. Welcome back or welcome to the channel. I am so happy to have you here with me. Today I'm doing my first pick a card reading for you guys. Um I'm just going to show you the first, second, third card, and you can go ahead to the description box and go right to your case study. Okay, I'm going to hold the card up for a little bit, feel into it, and know that if you're drawn to more than one, it can be for you. And within your case study, I will explain something because as I was choosing the cards, or the cards really chose me, suppose it was the energy, right? I'm noticing something. I don't want to say that quite yet. I will get to it in your particular case study, okay? As with every single reading or case study, take what resonates for you. Please leave whatever doesn't resonate for the person that it is meant for. It's really imperative for you to be sovereign and to use your own discernment to feel into what energetically is resonating for you and what isn't. Alrighty, without any further ado, this is going to be for pile number one, reindeer medicine. Okay. Pile number two is darkest hour. Are you noticing a theme in these cards? Because I certainly am. Actually, I'm curious if anyone does see the same theme I do. Drop it in the description box. I'm bringing your intuition into light. Like this is how it works. This is how you start working with your intuition. Um, this would be pile number three. Okay. Just as I'm saying that, though, I do love to bring out your own intuition, your own inner knowing, and everybody has, if you want to call it psychic abilities, really for me, it's the ability to read energy, and everybody does have this ability. How that energy is deciphered to you, or how you work with your intuition is something that you continually practice. Like you might feel a certain energy for one particular thing and not know exactly what that means, but then later down the road, you figure out what that symbolism is and you're like, oh, this is my inner knowing for this. Okay, let's just jump right in. No, it's interesting. I didn't say this in the intro, but what was coming through as I was picking these cards um was this is what your soul is trying to say to you right now, okay? Or trying to, what it really comes down to is understanding the energy or the situation that you're going through in order to get the light out of it. And yeah, so let's just get into it. So your significator card is reindeer medicine. And this is all about going deep within yourself and getting the wisdom out of it. Okay? And it is a little bit rocky. Like this is well, it's just not always easy to get into the shadow side of ourselves, right? To really see it for what it is, and to uh like not judge yourself based off of it. All right, so what I want to see for you, what is your soul trying to tell you about where you are at? Okay. All right, let's use this deck here. Let me tap in pile number one. Hmm. I feel like a little bit of a frantic energy, a little bit of like a I want to be done with this type of an energy. And I'm being reminded that this card is actually about finding your inner strength through your journey. And then there's actually going to be wisdom in that for you. So I'm already kind of getting the feeling here. We'll see what happens with the cards, but I'm already starting to get the feeling of like slow down. But it's not a slow down like, stop, literally stop moving. It's like I feel a nervous system activation. Okay, and I'm also remembering like this says reindeer medicine. And now that I'm saying that too, it's like reindeers are very gentle. They are still. Um, you don't really notice them until typically like you scare them or they run into your car. um, but they're pretty still, gentle creatures. And it's like they're able to only take off when they need to. So if they see like a predator or something approaching, that's when they take off. So I am getting this again, like stillness for you. Let's see what's going on in your energy. Right. Also, I'm being brought up to tell you what I was seeing with the progression of the cards. So I think this is like the beginning stage, and with each card it was like the next progression of where you're going to be. So I think this is about you really journeying inside, and that next card, pile number 2, is kind of the feeling of where you're going to be in that journey. And then pile number 3 is more of the future. Okay. But for some of those people, that's going to be their present moment. You see how it is? It's like we're all on the same like soul family, we'll say, but we're at different stages. And this for you guys, and this isn't like you're behind. There is no behind. Okay. Literally, you are perfectly in divine timing. In fact, I'm almost getting the sense from this card that that's in part what you have to come to realization of, or it's not realization, it's what you need to come to the awareness of, that you're in perfect timing right where you're at, so that your nervous system can calm down. It's almost like you feel like you need to be somewhere else. You don't. You're perfect where you are. Um, so I just want to say that. Okay. So let's see what I'm gonna do. I didn't decide. It's funny. I didn't decide like what spread I wanted to do, and I'm trying to. All right, let me hold on. Let me see what okay, I'm seeing the box spread, so we'll go ahead and do that. All right, let's see what your soul wants you to focus on at this point in your journey. Okay, what does your soul want you to focus on at this point in your journey? Okay, we have the King of Wands. That's interesting to me. But so the focus would be on your passion, on your fire. And ooh, okay, your willpower, being able to direct your willpower. It's interesting too. It goes with the card that you chose with that reindeer medicine, because this is about like you really having the strength to get through this, because this is your soul's path. So the King of Wands is telling me that the key focus for you right now is really to create strength within your willpower, your ability to keep going even when things get tough, knowing that it's just part of the journey. And also, I'm hearing too, like, the ability to slow down when things get rough for you. It doesn't mean that you have to stop. The willpower is what is again, is what is being asked of you to focus on right now. It's like what I'm hearing is control the controllables. It's so interesting too, because like I know he's the fire element, but it's like his chair is on fire and he's perfectly calm. And I almost feel like that's what your soul is guiding you to do here, which is no matter the chaos that may go on around you, no matter how much it burns, find the inner strength and the ability which you have. This wouldn't come out if you didn't have it, right? Because this is telling you to tap into the energy that is within you. Okay. Um, but it's the ability to kind of tap into that when everything is chaotic or on fire, so to speak, around you. All right, let's see what's gotten you to this point. We have the Seven of Wands. So I feel like what's gotten you here is that there has been just so much coming at you, because this is a lot about, protection, protecting your energy. Um, and I think that there's just been so much coming at you that um, that it's almost like depleted that ability for you to move forward. That doesn't necessarily feel right. I'm actually feeling like the reason your soul is wanting you to focus on the King of Wands is because you are able to do this. Like I'm almost seeing this as like you passed this test already. And it's almost like I'm hearing like yes, yes, like ding ding ding, yes, this person, perhaps you just have not realized that yet. Okay, and I'm also being brought to say understand that this is now your baseline. Like you're not going to go back to what it was before. You're always going to have this ability, and you will always have um to almost like defend yourself, defend or protect your ambition as other people's energies are coming at you. Okay, let's see what the future. We have the Two of Swords. What am I seeing from this? I feel like it's going to be easier for you to make decisions. To me, this card is usually representative of a choice, and for me, it's like when her arms are crossed or the swords are crossed. It tells me that a decision has already been made. And typically, if I see the sword, Two of Swords energy where the swords are apart, it's like you have to make a decision. So, what I'm seeing here for you, though, is that I feel like you're going to be so much happier in your decisions. There's something about the look on this person's face that's showing me that it's going to be so much easier for you. And it could be, the decision to do things and then to act from that decision. Like this is, you're like strengthening this ability. All right, let me see what's coming into, what do I want to say here? What's coming in to assist that willpower for you? What energy is coming in? Okay, so we have the honeymoon, which is the lovers, and we have temperance. And so this is giving me the feeling is your ability to commit to turning whatever is it like whatever has tampered your willpower in the past. It's like commit and connect with the ability to change that energy. Like I'm seeing this alchemization of like, yeah, that once stopped me, but now I'm going to utilize whatever's coming in to actually empower my willpower to actually like light it on fire. So as opposed to letting something come in that's bothering you, you are deciding, no, I'm going to use this as fuel. That's what I'm seeing here. And I am seeing like a deep commitment to that. Okay. Let's see if I'm seeing or feeling anything else here. Hold on one second. I'm also seeing this again with the Two of Swords combined with that Temperance and the Lovers. Like you continue to make the decision to alchemize something that may not have been in your highest light or highest vibration into something that is. No, it's almost like you cannot necessarily control what happens to you, but you can control how you react to it, which is the proponent to change the energy or to alchemize the energy. Um, I'm noticing like the connection between the flowers in her belt and the flowers here. So yeah, okay. So then let's get into what is stabilized already, what has stabilized in order for this willpower to be stabilized within you. Yeah. What is stabilized within your willpower? Well, that's interesting. Well, we have the tower. Typically, I would say like that's usually pretty shaky, but the way I'm experiencing this for you in this moment is that you've made all the changes. There's something here with your nerve. Again, we're talking like I'm feeling a nervous system. Hmm. Okay, I just have to say this, but it doesn't seem like it resonates because of what we said earlier. Because there was this feeling of you needing to tamper down the nervous system, kind of, breathe a little bit. Um, but this is giving me the sense that you've already grounded this in, almost as though. Hmm. It's like I'm getting this feeling of all the chaos going on around you. More of like that same thing from the king's chair. It's like there's so much chaos going on around you, yet you're still deciding um, to move forward. Let me see if anything else comes through with that. All right, what I want to say for this is if that for some people you may still need a little bit of help with the nervous system activation, reducing the nervous system activation. But I feel like for hmm, hmm. Okay, so okay, this is what you're okay. I got it. Your nervous system, your mind, let me rephrase. I feel as though your mind hasn't caught up with your nervous system because I think your nervous system is calm. I think it's your mind that might be going chaotically. Which is counterintuitive for me because typically I feel like your mind is what creates the chatter in your nervous system. But this card keeps showing me like with the light around these bees that are falling, like there's a calmness, there's a purity in it. And it's almost giving the energy of you've already solidified within yourself that if something crumbles, then something else is going to be built stronger in its place. So that's what I have for you. I hope that helps. But yeah, I definitely see some power coming from you within your ability to keep going. So, all right, until the next time, my friends. Hello, hello, pile number 2. The darkest hour. Man, you chose a deep card here. Well, I suppose all of these are deep actually. But I'm going to read this. I'm being brought to read this. So, there in the void of the darkness swells the shadow of the soul, swallowing the wickedness into the blackness of its wholeness. That really doesn't mean anything to me, or I don't really get like a feeling from that. But if I was brought to read it, I trust that somebody needed to hear that. The way that this resonates for me is like a dark night of the soul. Okay, so it's telling me you've done the journey, you've really started to go within yourself, you're following your soul's path. Typically, when we get into this journey, we reach several of these like ego deaths. Like we realize why we've been doing the things we have been doing. We realize the attachments we have. And what I'm noticing a lot is the phases, right? There's a lot of different phases that you're going through. So when this card comes, it does tell me that like there's a little bit of a rough patch that you may be feeling right now, such like I said, a dark night of the soul. The good thing is with this card, the key indicator is that you're coming out of it. Okay, again with the moon and the cycle is like that we're coming out of this phase. Um all right. So what I want to know is, what does your soul want you to know about this darkest hour? Hmm. Okay. So we had the 8 of Jars, which is you're walking away from something. So again, I already had this feeling, but it's know that this is almost over because you are leaving something very unfulfilling behind. And it is something that at one point did mean a lot to you. So um, I can understand why that would be very difficult and why then the 3 of Swords is coming through. 3 of Swords is a lot about heartache, but there's so much wisdom usually within this heartache. Um, so something may have left you. Like I almost wonder if a person left. And if they did, I feel like you are shortly going to see with the Ace of Swords coming out, you're going to get the clarity and the breakthrough as to why this had to happen, why this person had to leave in order for your soul's evolution. Um, this is so short, especially compared to the last message. But I mean, that's just like, I mean, that's just what your soul wanted to do or wanted you to know. Okay, the other thing that's being brought up right now is how these all kind of fit together, like the theme I was kind of noticing. Well, one, I was noticing the horns. Okay, it's almost in all of the pictures. And so I was noticing as though it's like you're getting wise, right? The more horns a deer has, or elk or whatever, the you would assume the more wise they are because they've survived longer than other ones, right? Because it makes them older. So there's a lot of wisdom coming through here. And this is the second phase, right? So you are in perfect divine timing in the right place. But what I saw within pile number 2 as it relates to the whole is the previous pile was about entering into that soul's journey. This pile is like in the thick of the soul's journey, but again, coming out of this dark night of the soul. Um, I think it's coming. I don't think it's arrived quite yet, but it will be. And if you want to see where you're headed, I would say go to pile number 3, um, because that seems to be the future energy of all of this. Like all of these energies are intertwined. It's just that my collective is, we're all on different phases of it. And right now, we'll say you're in phase 2. And I feel like shortly moving on to phase 3. Let's see what's coming in to support you through this heartache that you're going through. What's coming in to support you? Oh, that's really nice. I feel like it's family. Um, and also a celebration of some kind. Like I would say like a reunion, a wedding, a baptism, like just some sort of formal ceremony. But whatever that is coming up for you, it looks like that is actually coming in to support your energy right now. It's almost like maybe you need to feel that love from other people so that you can get this breakthrough. So I do feel like that will be coming. All right, let's see what foundation you're sitting on. You have, oh yeah, the barrow. So this is the chariot, and it's like this heartache is going to drive you somewhere. It's going to eventually, when the clarity breaks, this heartache is going to almost be a path to guide you somewhere. Okay, so yeah, that's all I have for you. I hope that helps, and I think this is really beautiful. And I also have to say that, I hold space for you because I understand how, that heartache feels in the moment, and it doesn't feel very good. But fear not, because this looks as though it is in your highest light, your highest vibration. And there will be some sort of clarity that comes in for you to see how that does relate. Okay, I'm also even noticing the lightning back here. Like there's going to be something that shows you why you had to go through this. And with the flowers blooming around it, it just gives that feeling like it is in your highest light and in your highest vibration. All right, my friends, moving on. Hello, hello. Pile number, what was it? 2745. Pile number 3. I love that I had like a legit coughing fit right as I was coming into yours. And I also think it's funny because if you chose the storm, I feel like that was like a lot going on. So I'm with you guys. I'm being brought to share what I saw with all 3 cards right in the beginning of this. Um, because it was like this was like past, present, future. And so it's like if you pick the first card, you're going to be going through the second pile and the third pile. And for you guys, picking this third pile is like this is where you are. And um it's, well, I guess I don't have a future pile for you. But as far as the storm goes, the last pile we were talking about really going through some heartache, really going through a dark night of the soul. And for you guys, you have the storm, but what I'm feeling for you is almost like that storm is actually over and you are coming out of this like strengthened on the other side. So it does give that feel like you went through. That's why I feel like pile number 2 was your past. Like there was a severe heartache that you went through in order to get you to this phase right now. However, there's so much goodness for your highest light and for your highest vibration that is coming in because of what you've gone through. I'm almost getting the feeling of like your ability to stay calm within the storm and feel the emotions without getting wrapped up in them. Like this was really huge for you. This was really, really huge. So let's see what your soul, that's all I'm kind of getting for the channeled part of that. Let's see what message your soul wants you to know. Heck yes. High Priestess. So that is that feeling of like, we're talking like your intuition. This is what I feel like is happening. Like you are very connected with your intuition now. Okay. It's almost like the mysteries are no longer mysteries to you. You still, I'm getting this playful, like I'm seeing this kid kind of like dancing. And I'm feeling like it's like instead of being afraid of the mystery, which I feel like was you previously, you're running towards it with curiosity. Um, I had never noticed that before too, but I'm noticing like the antlers growing from there too, which also gives me the feeling of this immense amount of wisdom that you have collected. Okay, I'm seeing in my mind's eye like a spirit team of yours, like yay! Okay, like this feels like huge. Okay, it's like I'm seeing this too, where you've really integrated the dark and the light. Okay, I'm feeling like you know when you see dark, it again, it's like no longer a bad thing. How people can be scared of the dark or scared of, how do I say that? It's not. I mean, scared of the dark, but it's not. It's like whatever people are afraid of that they don't want to creep into, you are like, I'm going in there. It's like you take it almost as like a, let's go figure this out, like shining your little light everywhere. I feel like you're like sprinkle, 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 light there, light there, light there. All right, let's see what got you to this point. King of Jars. Yeah. It's what I was saying. Like we already mentioned that the cards are just confirming is like your ability to navigate through emotions as they were. You know what? I don't know if I did I say that in this pile. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I'll say it again, but it's that ability to navigate direction when emotions are kind of chaotic and still being able to follow your soul's path while all of this chaos is going on around you. And it was like there's some sort of breakthrough in it. It's almost as though you see that the when the chaos ensues, again, it's like the mystery that you're going into. It's like I'm again this curiosity of why is this coming up? It's like you're reading yourself, you're reading your energy. All right. All right, let's see what the your soul wants you to know about the future. That's interesting. We have the Nine of Wands. Okay, this is typically about, oh, okay, I was being brought to the Storm card. It's like you made it. Okay, the Wounded Warrior is like, you made it through like that really big chaos. You made it through the storm. You're kind of collecting yourself and then you move on, right? So it's like the future is you really, I almost feel like, I know this doesn't have a reflection, but I almost feel like, see how he's like, what the hey just happened? I feel like that's what the future looks like for you, but not in a way where he looks like he just got pummeled. I feel like for you, this is more about um I'm seeing like celebrating what you've just been through. And it's not just, it's like celebrating all the information, all the wisdom. There's so much reverence to have for this journey that it feels like you've been on for, it could be even 10 years or 9 years. Like this feels like something, it feels like something that you've been doing for a while. And I'm almost with that 9 of Wands getting the sense of like, it's okay. Like you've gotten through the storm. Take the time to like rest and recoup. Um, let's see what's coming in for you then. Let's see what's coming in. Oh, temperance. Yeah. So I almost say like it's healing. It's like you may have just been through the storm and everything I said is true. Like what your soul wanted you to know basically about why you had to go through that storm and what was happening. Um, this speaks, excuse me, of healing. Like I'm alchemizing everything I just went through. I'm going to turn this into that. And I think again, when you allow yourself to kind of rest and reflect, you'll see, yeah. Uh, so we have the Hangman, which is about suspended, but this person is suspended up here and is taking the pause because he needs to see something from a different perception to seek enlightenment. And so this is what I'm feeling for you, because when you take the time to really reflect or to look over, um, everything I think is going to transition for you. Um, Meaning I feel like it's energy embodied is what I'm trying to get at here. Yeah, there's just so much like blooming. There's a bee right on his third eye there. It's just, there's so much enlightenment for you here. And I love that like straight up the middle of this is all major arcana and it's all this like really beautiful energy of, healing and really being able to see the depths of things and the mystery of things, going within your intuition, within the subconscious, and really pulling out things. Um, yeah, that's what I have for you. I hope that helps.